G'day, Fish the Beach Bum Investor. Late, and I'm going to post up in Discord so that beeping stops. Everyone's real chatty. Late today, sorry about that. I got a bit tied up this morning. I'm just going to post up in Discord now and let the group know we're here for the discussion today. It is the 4th of December 2017, and beeping is starting to get to me, so I'm going to post this up now. And just, oh, come on. Everyone's starting to come in. G'day, BB Junkie, Crypto Chronicus. Z, what's going on, man? We just posted up a new ICO we're looking at, by the way, guys. Just made a new link for that in the discussion group, so you're welcome to jump over and take a look at that one. Did I actually post the link up for the ICO on that one? I think I did. No, I haven't yet. I'll post the link up on that after. But it's one that Z bought in, and I quite like the look of it. So we're just looking at expressions of interest on that one. Hey, Joe, how you going? What's up? Not much. Not much, really. Been without a car for 3 weeks, so still waiting for that to come back. But yeah, just been looking at the economy. I got real lazy on the title today. There's so many coins doing well. It's hard to choose one for the title. So yeah, it's good to see the economy kicking on really strong after a solid weekend. Looks like a good Monday morning. At least here in Australia. I suppose it's Sunday over on the Worcester Road. PIVX Crypto. How you going? Good to see you. We had Rachel in the chat yesterday claiming to be the purple PIVX queen. So that was nice to see. Has anyone mentioned Verge yet? Ethercept. I could have done a Verge title for you today. I know you've been loving Verge. I could have done it. I was almost going to do it, but we did a Verge title recently. Check out XLM. Yeah, we can have a look. Let's have a look at all the crypto today. Let's get a really good broad look at the overall market and see what's happening. I'm just going to turn that beeping off. Sorry about that. Crypto Wave Investment Crew, you're welcome to come and talk in the live chat instead of in the Discord group at the moment. Check out XLM. Palm Beach report just put out a paper on it. Oh, great. They might have missed the boat slightly on this one. I've had XLM long before this. So yeah, Stellar Lumens has done quite well. Partnership announced with Microsoft. Microsoft, yes. Well, they're going to be working with Microsoft. Crypto Chronicus said, about to pick up another 100 PIVX soon as Coinbase raises my limit on my debit card. Fish, I have a promotional picture for PIVX. Santa endorsing PIVX. Yeah, send it through to us, dude. Hags making noise in the background again, as usual. Wish I could have got paid last week. It'd be worth 3K. Yeah, I know, man. It's timing's everything, right? I was a little unfortunate with the timing as well. As you guys know, I paid Tanya her allowance on Friday. PIVX was at $3.70, but that's part of it. Hey, Joe, how are you, man? Yeah, so let's have a look at the market. Everyone's yelling at me to have a look at Stellar Lumens to start with, so I guess we'll go there to start with. And Stellar Lumens is down 7% against BTC. BTC itself, just to get a cap off, is just over the 11,000 mark. So good to see 11,300. So doing well. G'day, Chad. I'm Chad from PIVX, by the way, in the chat now for anyone interested. Sup, Fish, with PIVX, Secret Center is taken to a whole new level. Very cryptic, very interesting. You'll have to fill me in. Oh, with the anonymous thing, I thought we might have a promotion specifically going for that. Wilkie and I have a little promotion planned. Wilkie the whale. I recently got him up and running with a wallet. He'd just been keeping it on the exchange. So I got Wilkie up and running with his wallet, and he's staking away now. So he's pretty keen to... You might have seen him in our Blair Witch video, that guy. So he's got an idea for a little PIVX promo video, and we're going to go out and do that. Yeah, so Stellar Lumens itself is, where are we? 9 cents. 790 Satoshi is the bid, and 791 is the ask. Yeah, Wilkie texted me this morning and said, oh, did you hear Stellar Lumens are doing some work with Microsoft? And I said, oh man, thanks for sharing the breaking news hashtag last month. But yeah, so yeah, Stellar Lumens has some good times. As you can see, just going to hold this up rather than screen switch at the moment. We'll have a look at some coins on the screen later, but pretty good chart action there. Good consistent. If you're drawing your long-term lines, you've got good rising levels of support. So good to see for Stellar Lumens. They've done well. Done very well in recent times. Any news on QCL? QCL. Trade symbol's not ringing a bell off the top of my head. Coin market cap. QCL. Have a look. Have you got any news on QCL, Crypto Chronicus? Are you holding out on us? You know, that's not how we roll. QCL, I can't even see it on here. Is that, that's not one of the ICOs that we got into recently, is it? Probably is. QLC. Can't see it. Do you mean Queensland? Well, no, not really any news to report on Queensland. It's still here. There's still surf. Oh, Q-Link. Is that the trade symbol? No, I didn't even know that that was the trade symbol. There you go. No, I haven't actually spoken to the Q-Link team in the last couple of days. I was going to invite them on the show. I'm sure they'd be happy to come on. I spoke to Roger last... When did I speak to Roger? Oh, I spoke to him last like a week ago when I signed the contracts there, because I had to sign contracts for the Q-Link investment because I got accepted as a strategic investor. So I had to sign separate contracts for that. But no news as such. But to be fair, I haven't hunted it down either because I know they've got to go through. Like the pre-sale had finished. I got an email about it. What did it say? It was posted up in our Discord group. I can't remember because I only read it very briefly. It'd be great to get them on the live stream. I'll put the shout out. I'm sure they'll be happy to come on, Crypto Chronicus. Who we'll get, I'm not sure. Susan's very active on Telegram. Like I'm over on the Telegram group with at Q-Link and she's super active. So I've never actually spoken to her or contacted her, but perhaps Susan herself, I believe, is the CEO or founder. She can come on and have a chat maybe. Might be being a bit forward there without even checking with them, but I'm sure they'd be happy to come on and have a chat for sure. I know there's some people who are still interested in the Q-Link project now that it's going to public stages of ICO. So I'll do my best, Crypto Chronicus. I'll put the shout out today. There you go. You have my word. I'll get on Telegram and poke my connections over there and see if I can get them on the show. No problem. All right, just taking a look at the overall economy. I did see it hit $350 billion at some stage overnight. It's now retraced a little bit from that. We're looking at 341.7 billion. I don't know that we're having that bigger effect, Crypto Chronicus. There's 12 people watching, dude. Crypto Chronicus said, yeah, I'm sure they'll love to come on. People in this space that just get talked about really helps a crypto moon. I don't know if you mean in the YouTube space or this channel particularly. Chad's investing in a new blockchain project called AdBank Network. Cool team. Online advertising platform, middleman free. Chad, I got into one as well, AdX. I never asked you about that. I probably should have consulted you, but I invested in AdX and I got that well under the dollar mark. So I've made pretty good money on that. Similar, I don't know if it's got a real similar sort of value proposition, but again, looking at the decentralized advertising market, I think it's a really, really interesting space. I really do. Yeah, AdX at $1.33. It's actually up 13.5% in the last 24 hours. So that's been a good gainer for me. But I think it's going to be an interesting market for the decentralized world to get into the advertising marketing market. Yeah, it's really interesting, Crypto Chronicus. Get in and have a look at it, man. There's a couple. You've got, obviously, Chad's just bought one there. You've got AdX, AdBank.network is the one that Chad's bought in. So check that out. Look, Chad's from marketing at PIVX. Chad's the one who came up with PIVX. For those of you who don't know what the price of PIVX did after that rebrand, yeah, Chad might be a guy worth listening to when you're talking about marketing. So definitely worth going having a look. I'll do a review on it in a future show, Chad. That's what we do. Chad said the video is one of the best I've seen. It's a new ICO and it's not fully live yet. So that's a pretty cool one to have a look at. Yeah, we'll do a review of it on the show. Might even chuck it up in the Investment Crews Discord group and we can have a look at it there as well. Yeah, BAT, that's another one. Good point. Basic attention token. Yeah, I like BAT. Haven't checked on it, but with all the power behind YouTubers and social media in general, yeah, no, BAT's another one sort of in that space, I guess, in the advertising space. How is it doing recently? I'm just going to find it here. Chad, if you're still on the chat, is all this decentralized advertising stuff a threat to your job, mate? Or threat to all of our jobs? No, it's good. Good taking out the middleman, make it nice and competitive. Better end result for the consumer and less cost to the person spending on the advertising. Chad still didn't answer your question on Slack. What was your question? Oh, we're not on Slack anymore, Xiao. Didn't you know PIVX has moved over to Discord? Oh, I'm sure I put the invite up in our group. I'll put it up again anyway. Put the PIVX invite up in the Discord group. I think I put that up again this morning. I did. Just learned your EOS has to be registered by June 1st, 2018, or you will lose them. This is important information. Thanks, Mark. Leafs playing tonight, dude? Go those Leafs. Just learned your EOS has to be registered by June 1st, 2018, or you will lose them. It involves exporting your private Ether keys in your Exodus wallet to my Ether wallet. Thank you for the information, Mark G. That's important for the EOS investors, guys. Really important note there. Mimi, how you going? Leafs lost last night? That sucks, dude. What's going on? Mark? I told you to get down there on the ice and give him a big pep talk from Fish. You obviously didn't do that. Let's get back to the overall market and have a quick look. Yeah, so I saw it hit 350 overnight. I thought, well, goodness gracious me, when's this going to stop? 350 was when it stopped. So it started to trace and come down about 3% from that mark, down to 341, just a little under 3%. So Bitcoin, I'm just going to have a look at the last hours. I'm just going to go to view all. Bitcoin's sitting at 11,483 is in the last hour and up 3.77% in the last 24 hours. Up 0.76% in the last 24 hours. And just in the last hour itself, down 0.22%. Oh, cool. Yeah, Chad's still there, Gio. So, well, you can hit him up over at Discord, man. He's on Discord now. He's got the same handle on Discord. So I think he's just joined our Crypto Wave investment crew. So you guys can direct message each other there. Okay. Hey, Ripple's still strong, 25 cents. Not for me, it's Banker's Coin. I'll stay away. I'm not a fan of Bitcoin Cash either. You guys know my reasoning for that. We've been through that in detail. But it is doing well. For the Bitcoin Cash fans, it's up 10% in the last 24 hours. And that's why it's important to make your own decisions. To be fair, I said Bitcoin Cash could still be a very, very popular coin. I just don't see it as fair as them claiming to be Bitcoin. When in their community, there was a vote amongst the miners and they agreed with SegWit. So for Bitcoin Cash to make the argument, no, we're the real Bitcoin, well, no, the Bitcoin community voted. That's my opinion anyway. So everyone's entitled to their own opinion on that one. Silently stalks PIVX marketing genius. Ethercept's a bit of a crack up. You got to watch out for him, Chad. Hey, IOTA, guys, super strong. Now, Wilkie texted me this morning. As you guys know, I picked up some IOTA because I said I'm going to diversify from Bitcoin rather than Bitcoin Cash, which is a lot of people hedging their bets against the Bitcoin. Bitcoin itself. I actually said IOTA, a completely different technology altogether, entangled technology. So I know they had some security issues, and that's really when I should have bought because I did identify it at 44 cents. Unfortunately, I got most of my IOTA at just under the dollar mark, and I picked some up again yesterday. So I'm really stoked because it's gone up 34% in the last 24 hours. So great move there to, you know, it's hard sometimes when you picked it up low, and you could have even picked it up lower to hit it again. It can be hard, but I just was hearing way too much chatter about it. I actually got a comment on one of my videos saying, hey, Fish, I've just moved Litecoin to the exchange and I want to buy IOTA. How do I do it? I'm like, oh, another IOTA buyer. And I thought it's all adding up too much. And I jumped in there and got a little bit more IOTA. And I got a message from Wilkie this morning. And I said, how good's this? I picked up IOTA yesterday. He's like, yeah, you paid $1.50 for it. I'm like, dude, gains are gains. You know what I mean? You start playing your mind. I said, by the way, Wilkie, where did you buy PIVX? Where did you buy Bitcoin? Where'd you buy Ethereum? Where'd you buy Litecoin? Oh, that's right. I've been in the economy since May and you've been in for 10 weeks. So you beat me on one coin. But to be honest, I mean, there's people in a lot longer than me that are sitting there chuckling at my gains at the moment. So, yeah. Ethercept said, well, our team has a brilliant art director working on marketing, but stolen ideas are a form of flattery, yes? No, you can't steal PIVX's ideas. I told you be careful of him. Ven up today again? Yeah, Ven. Let's have a look for you, BB Junkie. How are you, man? I don't know if I saw you earlier or you've been quiet. Oh, yeah, V-Chain. We had a look at this the other day. Haven't had a really solid look into it. I've been... Nice. We literally looked at it yesterday. 25%. Nice. Nice. Good to see for BB Junkie. Did you drop much information about that on the investment crew, BB Junkie? Because if you're just coming here and saying it and not dropping the info, it's naughty. IOTA has been pumping, though I'm expecting a retrace when BTC does. I sold mine at $1.75. Nearly 6x, though, for Joe. Yeah, nice move on that, Joe. I don't know, man. I think IOTA for me, it's like I've said this before, I think it's a coin flip, right? If the Tangle technology works out well, they can certainly challenge some of those top market coins. If the network's getting faster and it's cheap and efficient or free to use, it certainly has potential. There's question marks over the security of the technology, is my understanding, is the only thing that's stopping them owning. But it's a coin flip, that one. It either won't work and I'll probably lose whatever I've invested in it, or it will go berserk one day. Mark G said Satoshis are Satoshis. That's a good point, man. A Satoshi saved is a Satoshi earned. But he's the whale. No, Wilkie's the whale. We all know who's the whale. Ethercept said PIVX is successful. We want to be like PIVX. Well, if I can give you one. Chad, good point. Chad said, why be like PIVX? Just be PIVX. But if I can give you one bit of advice to Ethercept, and I've said this many times, man, the reason that PIVX, Vertcoin, have done so well recently, proof of work coin, proof of stake coin, so two different value propositions, but two excellent additions to the crypto economy. Why? Community. Simple as that. I mean, there is a lot of good tech. Now, PIVX has the advantage of having excellent tech as well. You guys can go read up on that. That's easy enough. Our block times are quick. We've got a great proof of stake model, seesaw algorithms. You guys have heard me talk about this a million times. But when you've got a community behind a coin as well, you know, you go and have a look at the Discord group. If you don't believe me, go and have a look at the chat on the Discord group when the price slumps. No one cares. We're just positive. Hey, we can pick up some more PIVX. We know where we're going. Everyone's working hard. So, yeah, my best advice, Ethercept, if, you know, Ethercept is actually working on a project, Chad, and that's why he's saying, you know, he's liking all the ideas from the economy. So, Ethercept, if there's one thing one bit of advice I can give you is that there's going to be a lot of good tech that fails in this economy because of lack of community. That's it. I mean, philosophically, we can adopt anything we like as currency. We can use seashells, we can use spices, livestock. We've used all these things historically. So there's nothing stopping us realistically, and obviously any blockchain currency pretty much is a more secure version of any of those currencies. So we can choose to adopt anything to have value. If you want a proof of that, have a look at Dogecoin. Now, whether or not Doge started as a joke is irrelevant. It's now got a good community behind it. It's got good tech. So why can't it? Because it's got a dog on it. It was kind of started as a joke. It doesn't mean anything. It can be adopted. So the question is, you know, that's why I look at my investments from a philosophical point of view a lot as well, because I think, what do I want to adopt as a currency? That's why I'm into PIVX and encryption. We spoke about encryption recently because it's just started hitting markets, and you know, brilliant use case for like a really, what could help humanity, you know, developing cures and treatments through genetics on the blockchain. I think it's a brilliant ambition. I've spoken to David Kopesel personally. I believe he has a vision to stay with the project, which is important to me. So yeah, I do a lot of fortunately, you can find in this economy at the moment, you can find uses of the blockchain that are looking to solve real world problems. So you can invest both from a standpoint that is both financially, it's risky, guys, it's high risk, high reward, but from a VC point of view, you can invest in things that are both have a potential for both a financial outcome and upside and a societal outcome and upside. And when you get that combination, for me, I pull the trigger. That's heavily what I've invested in. You guys know that. So yeah, if I like, that's always the thing. If I lose rolling the dice on a genetic blockchain which aims to, you know, better serve humanity, then I'm okay with that. I'm okay with putting some money behind that and losing it. So if it fails, that's fine. And I think that's a much easier way to invest, because, you know, you almost see it as a donation to a better way forward. And if you see it that way, it's very hard to panic sell or anything like that, because you believe in the idea. All right, Gary, how you going, man? Did you see Venezuela announce that they are launching a government crypto, the Petro? The Petro. Yes, I did see something about that. I can't remember exactly what it was. Is the name as it suggests, Gary? Petro being, because I'm trying to think, Venezuela on the Bolivias, right? Bolivias or something like that. I can go check my Venezuelan coins in my coin collection. But yeah, the Petro, is that anything to do with like a, I don't know, tied to oil or petrodollar? Same as the US dollar, pretty much. Ethercept, Saddington says the same. We're launching communities this month. Oh, cool, man. Yeah, this is for Ethercept's project. January latest, art director says the same. Diehard loyalists, Pepsi, Coke people. Yeah, cool, man. Yeah, no, community's everything. Crypto Chronicus, @Fish the Beach Bum Investor. Sorry, I missed basically the whole show. Guy just bought my truck. He just bought it in cash. Mo crypto tonight, baby. Oh, wow. He just sold his truck for crypto. Nice work, Crypto Chronicus. Mate, you didn't miss the show because I was on late, so we're going to be extending a bit later today. I heard you were talking about Icon. Yeah, Icon's investment crew. Let's have a look, see how the futures are trading. We actually had an internal market going. Like, the funny thing is we actually trust our own market more than we trust the exchanges, which is kind of funny. That's the level of trust we have amongst each other in Crypto Wave investment crew. Funny thing is, guys, we opened up an internal market trading at a price of $1.50 for Icon, figuring that as a fair price. Now, that wasn't suggested by me, but I did say, yeah, I think that's fair. It's a good, quick, you know, we got it at 10 cents, guys, something like that. So it's a good 10 to 15x for the people who bought at ICO, and for the people who are desperate to get in, they're securing some coins before it hits market and taking that risk on board. And I said, look, I think long term, you're going to do well at $1.50 even. So I think it's fair price. And if you have a look at futures trading market, oh, we nailed it, $1.51. And we should be about to, my estimate is, I don't have this confirmed, but my estimate is that Icon's going to hit before the end of the year. I would say within 2 weeks, based on the progression from KYC to refunds to the, you know, the updates we've been getting from the Icon team. My estimate is around 2 weeks. So that's an exciting one for us. We took a, you know, we worked hard. We found a good ICO to invest in. We put in well, I can tell you as a group, because this doesn't this doesn't actually tell anyone individual investments, but we put 40,000 in as a group on that one, and it's going, what, 10 to 15x. So full $500,000 there. Well done to the Crypto Wave investment crew. A little bit of extra capital. Although look, I didn't get in huge on that one. I've disclosed my own investment on that one many times, and I didn't get in huge personally, but I'm just stoked for the crew. And you know, hey, I got 1 Ether in it. If I'm going to 10 or 15x from that, yay! Yeah, there's a good comment, Crypto Chronicus. Let me just read that. Crypto Chronicus said, even if I lose all my money on a crypto like that, just the chance of using blockchain to make the middleman out of our healthcare and biotechnology sector will be worth it. Exactly. Yeah, you got in on that, right? You got in on Encryption. Let's see where that's trading. I mean, it's only a futures market and the volume's absolutely nothing. And this was a sleeper at ICO. I couldn't believe all these trading bots and things like that are selling out, like for multi-million-dollar valuations, seriously. And this was the time when there was 6 ICOs available on ICO Countdown. So it wasn't exactly difficult to weed out what was necessary, like what was a really good use of blockchain for our society and what wasn't. So for me, Encryption just stood out like crazy, right? I was so excited about it, bullish on it. When David Copesell, like, he thanked me for my investment personally, and when that happened, we got chatting, and I just couldn't believe that this thing wasn't raising more money. And you know, I think it's a market cap of 4.26. I don't even remember what price I paid for it. That was the first crypto I ever did work for, and it was it really gave me confidence in the space. So I'm sure I can get David Copesell on the show, or at least one of the team, because David and I developed a very good relationship while I was working over there. It was only a temporary gig. It was always just, I'm going to do some publicity work here, and it was really internship. So yeah, I enjoyed it a lot though, and I found David to be a real visionary. So for me, it was a win-win, because if I lost my money in backing this, it didn't matter to me, because I loved the idea. Just thought it was brilliant. And his response when I asked him, Dave, Pfizer come up and offer you 20 million for the project right now, what are you saying to him? He goes, they can come on as an investor, but we're not selling to them. No way we are giving this technology straight to the pharmaceutical companies. I loved the answer. So yeah, I'll contact David as well. So I've got contacts at the Q-Link team and at the Encryption team, obviously, from my earlier work there. So I can try and get Dave on the show. He's a great guy. There is a great YouTube video of him speaking at a conference, and it blew my mind. I'll have to get the link for that for you guys, because I haven't looked at it in a long time. But that was one of those real moments in learning about blockchain for me, because I was early. I had 40 Steemit followers. I wasn't on YouTube yet. I didn't know much about crypto. I was still learning. And that blew my mind, that was one of the use cases being proposed for blockchain technology. Blew my mind. So yeah, I like the team over there. I think their focus has been very much on developing the technology, which you'll find a lot of good coins do have that focus first, and then development budgets do tend to be bigger than marketing budgets in the economy. So yeah, developing the tech is super important. It's good to see them at a market cap of 4.2. I think it has had a good run up. Wow, actually it has had a good run up. Like if you look at the charts, it didn't launch that long ago. It's only on the 22nd of November. I don't even know where my coins are. I have to give David a call. That's terrible, isn't it? But no, I don't know where they are. I know he sent me a certificate with my investment on it. I've got to go find them. Okay, Ethercept said, I own a lot of... Oh, yeah, I heard you talking about it. I think you were talking about this on Discord, bro. I love this idea. Ethercept said, I own a lot of Nankwest, Celgene, Citadin, and other biotechs working on cancer and HIV cures and treatments, obviously. Yeah, that's brilliant, man. Yeah, you lost too many to diseases. I think we all have, dude. I think you're hard pressed to find someone in this world who hasn't been affected by some sort of disease that we're currently working on treatments or cures for, cancer being the major one. I don't think you find too many people who haven't had some sort of exposure to that in their life, either themselves or through a family or friends. Very, very few people wouldn't have been exposed. That's a good comment, BB. BB Junkie's just making a comment on the futures market. See, people were buying up at $1.50, and then the futures market sort of stabilized at that price. Now no one wants to sell anymore. Like anyone who's looking to offload for the quick, I don't want to call it a quick flip, because I think we all invested in this project with a long-term belief in it. But they wanted to take some profit off the table before it even hit market, and there was a market created. And BB Junkie's calling it the quick futures, crypto, CWIC, Crypto Wave Investment Crew futures, and he said it went from $5 today and then down to $2.50. Yeah, someone opened up the market today because there was, I can't remember, one of the members was looking to buy still. And there was none left for sale at $1.50. And so someone said, yeah, I'll sell at $5. $5 per icon. So 50x, yeah, that's very generous. And then someone else undercut them to $2.50, 25x. I think $1.50 is a fair price until we hit market. I got to tell you that. Hey, maybe it'll move before then, but I think we assessed that one quite well, guys. Chris undercut Zhao and me both. Oh, that's right. It was Ethercept. There you go. There's a call from Ethercept that I don't disagree with Ethercept. I really don't disagree with this. Ethercept said, I think Icon will be one of the quickest to $10 platforms ever. And I think that's a fair comment. Will it happen or not? I don't know. Maybe I'm biased because I'm in on it. And, so many of the Crypto Wave Investment Crew are. How does internal trading work if trading isn't up for Icon yet, Joe? On trust, my friend. On trust. Tight group, us Crypto Wave Investment Crew. We all know where each other lives, so it's on kneecappings. If you muck up, you get kneecapped. It's harsh, but that's the rules. Yeah. I trust Fish, Zhao, Wilkie, Cranky, not sure about Agent Smith. I don't trust Agent Smith. What happened last time I sent him PIVX? I sent him 2 PIVX, and how did he thank me? He sold that PIVX and put it into Bitcoin. And then turns out he ended up feeling so bad about that he went and bought PIVX. So Agent Smith is now a PIVX hodler as well. So I was stoked about that because Agent Smith got in at around the $3 mark, I think, as well. A lot of us did during that dip. It was good. Hey, Ryan Sellers. I'm not sure exactly which coin you're talking about, but it's just good advice for any coin, Ryan. Ryan says, if I see it, well, let me rephrase that. It's good advice for any coin that's got a future, that's got potential. But Ryan said, if I see it drops super down like crazy, I'll buy a ton of it and wait for it to raise back up. Good advice for any coin, man. Buy low, sell high. Yeah, so smart contracts that will release a private key. Oh, Crypto Chronicus, come on. Am I the tech guy in our group? No, I'm not the tech guy in our group. Crypto Chronicus has asked, how can I make a smart contract that will release a private key upon a condition? No idea. Ask who would know that one? Ethercept, do you know anything about that? Oh no, yeah, here he goes. Ethercept said, I don't think you could, but I can ask one of my devs. She's in the bathroom at the moment. Too much information, Ethercept. I'm a bit like Ron Burgundy. If you put it up on the screen, I tend to just read it. Ron Burgundy? Reason I say that is the private key would have to be on the blockchain. Ethercept, please find out. Yeah, when she gets off the bathroom, Crypto Chronicus. You got 2 seconds, dude. What is your objective at Crypto Chronicus? Yeah, she has just asking. Smash the like button, guys. 18 viewers and 3 likes. Yeah, if you'd like to smash the like button, you're welcome to. Gee, I got very cranky at someone who disliked yesterday, so maybe everyone smash the dislike button right now just to annoy Xiao. Let's see if we can get more dislikes than likes. Well, I'm asking you because you know more devs than I do, and you're the YouTube celebrity. I don't know that 600 subs makes you a celebrity, Crypto Chronicles. Although, funnily enough, I have been recognised, at least in Australia. In South America it was very different, but in Australia, I've been recognised more regularly for my crypto show than I have for my bodyboarding efforts, and I won a national title. Crypto is officially more popular than bodyboarding. Oh dear. Yeah, Crypto Chronicles, happy to help you out, man. If you're looking to do it for, if you're looking to do it specifically to, like with PIVX, I mean, the thing with new concepts and new technologies like that is that the guys are quite often pretty busy working on ZPIV, things like that, iOS wallet releases, getting added to Upbit exchanges. You guys know the story. But yeah, man, I can put you in contact with devs, no problem. I got a couple of friends who are really savvy with that, who'd be, I'm sure, at least happy to hear you out, dude. So yeah, I can put you in. Oh, there should be the link for the. I'll make a PIVX section in our group, and I'll pin the link to the top. Good call, Z. Z said, what about being recognised by your KYC photo? Only by certain parties, mate. But in all honesty, we should make a meme out of that KYC photo, without a doubt. That thing's got to go viral if you make a KYC meme out of that one. Okay, cool. All right, let's have a look at the market, see how we're trending. Usually when I come on and we've debated about whether this has, you know, it's the effect of all the whales in the crypto wave investment crew. That's a joke, by the way. Or whether it is coinciding with the time that Asia's waking up. You guys have to take that into account. Asia's waking up Monday morning. Monday morning, Asia, trade, you know, good signals going from the weekend. Are they going to take profit? Are they going to continue, you know, FOMOing or investing, whichever you'd like to call it at this stage? I think it depends on the coin. I still think there's coins that are undervalued. I think there's coins that are overvalued. The last hour looks good though. That can be expected. You guys know that. This hour is generally a green hour because of me. Cheeky. But yeah, the last hour, like everything's starting to come into the green. It's nice to see. PIVX at 552. Oh, PIVX is up 4.59% in the last hour alone. I'm off. Yep. Okay. Salt's been a really good gainer as well, guys, in the last 7 days. That's another one I actually got into. I don't have a huge amount into it, but I thought in terms of lending platforms, it was doing a lot better than some of the other ones out there. So yeah, it's something I took a bit of a speculative dabble on. It's done all right so far. I'm not trading it at the moment, actually, that one, because I didn't pick up very much. Litecoin's been solid, well over 100 mark. Monero's over 200. That's the first time I've seen that. It might have happened yesterday briefly, actually, because it is down 0.8% in the last 24 hours, but certainly fresh-ish highs. Hey, you know what one we identified on yesterday's show as being too cheap was QTUM. I think we identified that as at 12.50, so that's had a really good run up in the last 24 hours at 2.88%. No. Cumulative total. Cumulative total, Mark G. The reason being, mate, is there was no benefit of pulling our money on that one. No benefit at all. Because with ICX, it actually had a hard cap. For individual hard cap of 30 Ether. So, you know, you could invest as little as, I think, like a half Ether or even less. I don't know that there was a minimum cap. But there was definitely a hard cap for each individual investor, and the idea of that was to not let anyone accumulate a crap load to dump on market. So really clever ICO strategy by Icon in getting distribution. a wider distribution of their ICO, their initial coin offering. So clever. No advantage to us getting in because we would have essentially killed each other's hard caps, right? So no, not on that one. We did Gladius as a group to help us qualify for additional bonuses. So when we can use the power of the group to help the individuals within the group, that's what we do. It just makes sense. And even when there's not necessarily those sorts of bonuses, quite often, like earlier stages, this is a trend that seems to be going out of the economy a little bit. But in the early days, we did get referral bonuses as well. So all we do is just use each other's referral codes. So I'd go in through Pete would go in through Grinkas would go in through, Wilkie, and we just all do that so that we created more coins amongst the group, and we just split them up and did whatever. It just benefited us all. So that's why we do it. That's actually one of the ICOs that we've just opened up. And as you guys know, I won't mention the name of the ICO that we're looking at until we've invested in it, because I want to secure our spot in it. So we are looking at one again. We've only done $40,000 into ICOs in the last month, so we figure we've got to do a little bit more. It's tiring. But yeah, we're looking at another ICO. This one's been brought to us by Z, the Z-Man, and I like it. I think it's got good potential. Existing user base is phenomenal. And you guys know I like a working product and a working platform. And if you've got a working user base coming to ICO, even better. So yeah, I do like this one, quite bullish on it. I think the valuation's high, but I also think it's Ethercept, I think you'll be really interested on this one, actually. I really do. I think you'll want to have a really good look at it, man. So based on what you've told me about your project, I think this is in a similar vein, just similar sort of area. I can't be sure. It's on our Discord group, Joe. I can't say the name of it, bro, because we haven't invested yet. We don't want it to sell out before we get ours in. So just in case that's a possibility, I won't say the name of it. If you just go into Discord and go to the channels, scroll to the very bottom one. Yeah, it won't let you post the link. No, I'd prefer not to post the link on that one anyway. Yeah, we talk about the new ICO in the Discord group. Exactly, Mark G. So I've literally just created the channel, and after we get off the show, I'll put up this is an expression of interest. Just, are you interested? What amount for? And does it make sense for us to go into a group effort to receive a higher bonus as a group? There is trust involved in this. You guys, not everyone's comfortable doing it this way. So that's understandable as well. Crypto Chronicus, yeah. I think everyone here's in that. Scroll down on the list, exactly. If you scroll down on the list of channels, it's the bottom one. I've just added it. That'll give you, I haven't actually added a link or anything. I only just did it before I came on because I was chatting with Z. And he said, so are we doing this thing? I said, yeah, man, I had a read of the white paper. It looks really solid. I just love the, guys, when you understand, this won't give anything away. People are going to have to research to find the project I'm talking about. But when you have a look at the user base that they already have, you will see why I'm excited about this project. And it's similar to the way that I see Chainlink as necessary for the crypto economy, a necessary addition to the crypto. It collects third-party information to enact smart contracts. I see a real use case, and I think Ethercept does as well, for this sort of technology to be integrated into our digital existence, if you like. You know the one, Joe? Initial thoughts, man? Straight off the top of your head, or you haven't had a look at it? You're pretty good at sniffing out a decent ICO, I'll give you that, man. I really like the Q-Link project, and obviously Icon we're cheering about. So you can sniff out a good ICO, and I think this one's, yeah, I'd love your opinion on it, Joe. Just give us the opinion over on Discord, man. That's cool. I'm going to put this out there. I think Lisk is one that's starting to go a little bit under the radar again. I did actually, do you guys remember back in one of my videos when it had a big run up from, I think it was sub $5? So sub $5 and it shot past $8. I said, oh, that's weird. I thought it would trade between $7.50 and $8 for a while. That was the range I picked for it. It's pretty much done that ever since it crashed back down from $11.50 after going on that ridiculous parabolic. But I think it's, you know, big pump and dumps like that can, like, no, I don't want to call it a pump and dump. It's just big market swings like that can scare off some investors. And for me, I think it's struggled to recover fully from a dip down from $11, where I do think it was overpriced for its stage of development because it hasn't had an ICO released on it. But what I'm thinking about is history repeating, okay, for me. Now, I bought Ethereum first at 150, 180, sold out at 300, 400, bought back, sold off. But the point is I ended up having to buy back Ethereum to get into an ICO at above the $400 level. Now, Neo, I dumped at $10. And now I'm having to buy it back, whether I like Neo or not, which I'm starting actually to get a little bit more bullish on, but I'm having to buy it back to get into the Q-Link ICO. Well, I could have used Ether, but there was a much, much better deal going on Neo. So I can see history repeating with Lisk. And the fact of the matter is I have no idea what's going to be released on the Lisk platform. But if it's a really, really good project, I can tell you that they're going to be accepting VC, you know, the ICO capital in Lisk, and more than likely you're going to get some sort of benefit for investing in Lisk over Ethereum or Neo or BTC or whatever else they're accepting. So for me, given that their development package is I think targeted for the end of the year, which means Lisk developments will start as soon as January probably or February, they'll start releasing ICO announcements on them. If I find an ICO that I'm interested in, I'd like to be stocked up because that ICO alone could drive the price with just everyone wanting to get into it. If it's an ICO valued at, you know, massive company comes on with a heap of pre-existing technology and clients and all that, and they rightfully have a valuation at ICO of $50 million. That $50 million of capital that's going to have to go into Lisk alone would raise, you know, would raise it by 6%, 5-6% from the current price. Oh, Floyd only just arrived because he didn't get an alert. Neo is smart money, said Joe. The fact you have to pay 10,000 gas to go on Neo is so good. Mark G said, tough to hodl. I met a guy who bought Ether at 5 and was happy as hell to sell it at 12. Not so happy now. I have FOMO on EOS. I don't. I can let things go that I don't really, like, I just stick with it. What's up, Dane? Dane Mars in the house. Yeah, I'm not necessarily foaming on EOS. I've given you my opinions for that. I think for the stage of development, considering they're not even going to have the ICO finished until June, like next year, obviously, because we're in December this year, but they're not going to have the ICO finished. I don't know. It's just like, how can I see what development and what's going on with the EOS when they haven't even finished their ICO? So for mine, it's a little overpriced for the current stage of development. And as I've said before, I could be completely wrong and it goes to $20. Can I explain gas? I got some today in Binance. Well, gas is used to pay transaction fees. If you are investing from an Ether wallet, my Ether wallet, for example, your transaction fees are paid in gas. Okay, so that's what you're setting your gas limit for. That's my very lay explanation on it. If anyone wants to elaborate on that, you're welcome to in the chat. Are we going to try and get private placement on the new ICO? Joe, I think, man, it's like, I doubt it, to put it simply. It's 50, I think it's 50 or 25 BTC, brother. So, no, I don't know about our ability to raise $250,000 to $500,000 for the ICO. And I'm bullish on it, but shit, I don't know about that bullish. So, yeah, probably not, man. We're just going for there is a bonus that, basically to hit the bonus, Joe, 1 BTC. It's actually quite, it's a small investment for our group, to be honest. I'm not trying to brag, but that's true. So we just need to hit 1 BTC amongst the group to get a good, decent bonus, man. We've got to decide, though. That's the funny thing is that, you can invest in BTC, but I'd almost, because everyone's going to have to send their individual investments to save on transaction fees. I'd really rather do it in NEO or Ethereum. You seem bullish on NEO. Let's do it in NEO again. I'm happy with that. G'day, BP. How you going? Welcome to the combo. Hey, guys, it's almost been an hour, so if you want some coins looked at, let's get on and have a look at some coins. Anyone got anything in particular? Chuck it in the chat now. I love that, Ethercept. Ethercept said, so this new ICO is partially interested in doing exactly what our company is doing. Good luck to them. We will win. Evil Joker grin. GRS, ETP. BB Junkie thinks NEO. We look at NEO all the time, but GRS, ETP, and costs we don't. Okay, I'm going. Give me a second. No, I asked for it. Fair enough. GRS, let's have a look. GRS being Grossel coin. Now, my understanding of Grossel coin is it's a fork of... Is it a fork of Vertcoin? Can someone confirm that for me? I know the technology is similar to Vertcoin with Grossel coin. And making a huge move. I could have got that at 60 cents when I heard all the chatter about it. It's now at $1.35. 42.67% in the last 24 hours. Nice work for the Grossel coin holders. See, the thing is, I haven't looked heavily into the tech, but from the anecdotal water cooler chat I've heard about it, is the tech's pretty good, like up there with Vertcoin, which I've assessed as being as good as Litecoin. So, yeah, I mean, the thing is that how many, what specific value proposition, and I'm not saying it doesn't, I'm asking the question, and this is what I'd have to go and figure out. What value proposition, what addition is Grossel coin bringing to the market above and beyond Vertcoin? And if I could understand that, maybe I could have a bit more of a say on it. So if anyone does have the answer to that, please chuck it in. But yeah, Grossel coin doing really, really well. Incredible. With these spikes, it's June to the spikes at the end of that chart are impressive. ETP. We can have a look at ETP. Mark, the Leafs fan. ETP. Metaverse. Yep. You guys always bring in the same coins, which Metaverse has done pretty well. $2.86. It's taken a big dip. It's done pretty well since its lows, because it did bottom out pretty hard at like $1.40-ish, maybe even a little lower. Oh, well lower. Got to 40 cents. It's had a wild old life, hasn't it, Metaverse? It launched at $6 according to this, all the way down to 40 cents. Oh no, that's super volatile coin. I need to look more into Metaverse to have a really good opinion of it, but you can see the volatility in the chart there. And I really should bring this up on screen share, but I'm too busy reading the chat. Yeah, Grossel coin is mooning, Z. Has anyone got any news on Grossel coin to understand why it's mooning? Or is it people just going, oh, look what Vertcoin did, Grossel coin will do the same thing? Crypto Chronicus Litecoin, yeah, over $100, man. It's doing well. Last time I checked, let's have a quick look. We do usually keep a track of the majors in the show each and every show, but we'll have a quick look at it just for you. $100.99, up 1.34% in the last 24 hours. Hey, AccuFive called this a long time ago, $100 coin. I thought he was being ambitious, but he gave us the insight from a mining perspective. And he said, no. He said, this shift of hashing power is temporary. And he said, watch the people move back to Litecoin. He said, what should happen? He said, Litecoin will be $100. So I said to him, what do you think? We're going back to historical highs, like $80. He goes, oh, going to 100. He called it not that long ago. He's very confident about it as well. And he's allowed to be when he has that mining experience. And that connection with the mining community to get a gauge on how they're feeling about things. COS was yelling at BP says. Let's have a look at COS. I don't remember COS. Okay, thanks, Joe. I'll just quickly go to that one before we go on to COS. But Joe's just said Metaverse has a dodgy wallet. Doesn't seem to work. So much FUD on Reddit and YouTube. Thanks, dude. But you know, when people are fudding, Joe, sometimes that's the best time to buy. If they can get some wallet upgrades and get them with a secure, sound wallet and the tech behind it is good, it might be the right time. You got to make your own decisions, guys. I haven't even had a look at that one. BP said that COS has a big community. That's a big part of it. I think you're referring to COS. So let's have a look at COS. Community's everything, dude. If it's a community-based coin, I'm interested. I'd like to know a bit more about its value proposition, and I've not heard of it before. Low market cap, $7 million coin. So yeah, man, we can have a look at it. All right, I'll tell you what we're going to do. I will go over to screen share for this one. And look, today to wrap up the show, why don't we go through COS? And we can have a quick, not COS, Grossel. Grossel has a big community, cool. So did you want to hear my opinion on COS though, BP? Because we can have a quick look at it. I'm going to do that anyway. I've never heard of it. Low market cap coin. Yeah, big community is important, man. So if Grossel have got a big community and similar to Vertcoin, they could be a future behind it for sure. As I said, we can adopt anything. All right, let's have a look at COS, man. We can do that for sure. I am going to move over to screen share. Excuse me for this, guys. Google Hangouts, screen share. Okay, let's have a look at COS. I hadn't actually heard of it before, man. Low market cap coin, you know, provides good opportunity to get these things. You know, your upside is much bigger, is what I'm saying. If you get something down here that goes berserk, you can really make good money. Hey guys, I picked up voxels, by the way, when it was a $2 million market cap, and I know nothing about virtual reality. And I'll go into that after COS coin, because that's been one that's been doing really, really well. Okay, so we're just gonna have a look at COS coin now. As I said, yeah, just under $7 million market cap, circulating supply of 83 million. There is a bit of inflation to come. We'll have to check on how long that inflation rate is and how it's broken up, but 83 million to 200 million costs. Current price is just over 8 cents, 8.4075 cents. It's doing well, obviously, in the last 24 hours. Now we can go and have a look at the website and see what COS is about, because I've not actually come across it before. Okay, let's just scroll down and have a look at the main page to start with. Okay, prepaid cards, payment gateway, cryptocurrency friend for your shop. Start accepting Bitcoin, Ether, and others now. Cool. Exchange. Start trading featured cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, Ether, and other. Cool. Merchant list. Start accepting cryptocurrency payments for your web shop. Easy integration. Reach millions of customers. Excellent. View the latest prices, market caps, as well as links to explorers and white papers for the most popular cryptocurrencies, like PIVX, I imagine. Smart contracts. Sign legally binding contracts with partner companies or just incorporate a new company. Remittance. International money transfer made easy through cryptocurrency adoption. Oh, I like that idea. It's a big problem in the world. The Western unions of the world charging way too much. And like, they do it deliberately. I'm not going to go on my rant about ripping off countries that are trying to develop, but that's essentially what they do. Prepaid cards, top up credit cards with Bitcoin or Ethereum, instant and easy to use. Should have PIVX as well. Big cross. No, I'm joking. Sounds good. Crowdfunding. You have a cool new idea or just want to invest in startups, here's the place to do it. Yeah, cool. It seems like a bit of a it's got a few values to it. With COS Wallet, you can store all your cryptocurrency funds in a single location safely. I think this is going to be, I've said before that I think multi-wallets will be a big moving industry in 2018. Now we have to try out the wallet and see how good it is, if it's even available yet. Exchange, take advantage of fast and secure and simple exchange of multi-cryptocurrencies. Merchant platform, manage all your finances in one place. Accepting payments with COS will ramp up your business. Cool, I like what they're doing. I mean, obviously they're thinking about the crossover. You guys know I like 10x because of this. And PIVX have the pivot payment system. So, currencies that are thinking about real world integration, it's important. So on a face value, it looks pretty good. Roadmap, let's have a look. COS.io is live, register your account now, April 1st, 2017. Okay. Not a lot in the recent updates, like nothing's been updated since April, right? That would be my first concern, is that we haven't had an update since April, which is quite a long time. That would be my first concern. We can have a look at the exchange, payment gateway, and all that sort of stuff, though. Okay, exchange. Let's see what they've got on here. Got Substratum, Ether, BTC, EOS, OMG, Dash, Litecoin, ARC. XEM, Waves, OMG, ARC, BTC. Yeah, so they've got a few different markets. What I don't like about this is the pairings need to be broken up. See how they got pairings all over the place? You need BTC pairings, ETH pairings. So you've got different subcategories. So first of all, the exchange is not super intuitive. It's not. That's my first criticism. Does have Pay token being 10x. Does have, what else we got? Lisk, Bitcoin Cash. I think Rocky's real keen to pick some of that up. So it's a little joke, Rocky. Don't crucify me. Zencash to Ether. Yeah, Civic. I can't see any PIVX here. That's my second criticism. Looks like a reasonable. Oh no, that's not PIVX. That's Pricks. Picks and Pricks, not PIVX. That would be another concern that I would have. But no, just those. I don't like how the pairings aren't broken up. Oh no, they are. Eat your words, fish. BTC and Ether. It is up the top here. Great. Okay, let's have a look at the payment gateway. Merchant tool, payment gateway, process. Looks good. I'd need to see the actual. Oh, you can actually get it on Google Play. That's interesting. The point of sale application's already there. That's pretty cool. Merchant list. Might be able to see featured merchants. So these would be people already accepting or using this as a payment platform, payment gateway, if you like. But payment gateways are a necessity. I mean, NetTeller is one I used to use in the business world, and they've made a fortune. They're much cheaper than the alternatives, but they still made an absolute fortune. Let's have a quick look at the team. Dan Cernow. Dan manages the technical aspects of the COS system, including the intricacies of the development. I'd like to know what the value is of the COS token. Like, I understand all these needs, but the value of the actual COS token itself. I'm going to have a lot more of a read of this one to actually make an informed decision. Research and Development Officer. And they're on LinkedIn, so you can have a good look and check them out, see what their story is. Yeah, we might have to do that. They've got the advisory board down here as well. See what the beta test is like. So can you actually download the wallet at this stage? I'm not sure that you can. The other thing I can't see straight off the bat is a white paper, which always bothers me. Unless I'm missing something, I would like to see a white paper. I can't see one there straight off the bat. So yeah, not a really thorough look through that one there because I had not seen it before. So I was just having an initial look at it. My concerns there initially were the lack of a white paper, but there may well be one. I just have to go through and have a bit of an actual look for it, dig it up. That was my initial concern with that one, but I mean, all these things that they're talking about doing, merchant point of sale, payment gateways, you know, obviously the exchanges, these things are all good value additions to the economy. Smart contracts, remittances, crowdfunding options, you know, that they're all reasonable uses for the blockchain for sure. But the question is with the, like, oh, here we go, read the white paper and find out more about costs. There you go. So there is a white paper. I'll go through that and have a good look at it before I can form a real opinion. But yeah, there is a white paper there, which is a good sign. So yeah, that's what you need to do, guys, when you're going through. You're going to have to go and, you know, sift through 50 pages now and probably read a lot of paragraphs twice. So there is actually for those of you who were interested, there is actually a white paper there. That was my mistake. Just catching up. Accu5. Ah, cool. Thanks, man. Accu5 said, I have a friend here new to crypto. I'm going to have him subscribe to your show. We're all about the newbies, man. Half the time I'm flicking through and learning at the same time as the rest of you are. It's just like fish guided. It's kind of the blind leading the blind a little bit, I guess. You're a newbie, so your flavored tongue lashing is needed. No, I don't do flavored tongue lashings. Oh, unless you're a banker, unless you're Jamie Dimon, and then I will. Agent Smith said Cheetah Coin. Good to see you, Agent Smith. Cheetah Coin is definitely a solid project worked on by Agent Smith in his mind, never to actually be released. I think Cheetah Coin is going to have a market cap of, or circulating supply of 1. Agent Smith is just going to have 1 Cheetah Coin. He's the only one who owns it. Hey, what? They got rid of B3 coin. Did you see the drama? What happened with B3 coin? Because I know one of our crew was invested in that. What happened with B3 coin? I'm just going to look it up now. I didn't see anything. Oh, is it just one of the exchanges that got rid of it, maybe? Ah, it's still around. It's up 0.24%. It's yeah, it's weird though. It hasn't actually got a market cap or circulating supply showing on Coin Market Cap. I didn't catch any news on that. I wasn't really keeping an eye on it. Exchange got rid of it? Oh, really? What do I think about Lumcoin? I've never even heard of it. You're bringing in some interesting new ones. So that's the thing though, BP. We're like, you know, we've been keeping an eye on. Are you talking about Stellar Lumens with LUM? Or is it an ICO happening? Because I can't see it listed here on CoinMarketCap. Oh, is it LUN? There's LUN for November, maybe that one. Not sure which one you're talking about. Oh, okay. So Z said with B3 that, so just to clarify on what's happened with B3, according to the guys in the Crypto Wave investment crew, who keep me up to date with the news as much as I keep anyone else up to date, they said B3 got taken off an exchange, delisted from an exchange, and a dev left or something, but the original team is still there, says Z. Jao said it's kind of a worry when their best exchange is coins markets. Laugh out loud. Oh, look at Agent Smith. He's our very own trading bot. Agent Smith said, got to roll. I'm trading at the moment. Got to get those gains. And then big muscle emojis all over the place. White paper. Our paper is the magenta paper. No particular reason other than it sounds effing cool. Not bad, Ethercept. I like it. Magenta paper. Okay. BP said, no, what happened was they tried to burn coins. This is in response to B3. No, what happened was they tried to burn coins because one person owned half of all of them, something like that. That's interesting. I hadn't really kept a real close eye on the news coming out. I know GB Capital, that's why I started calling him GB3, because he was a big fan of B3, or whatever, B3 coin. So I just never, I never looked heavily into it. It didn't appeal to me straight away. And quite often when something doesn't appeal to me straight away, I'll move on. Look at the next thing, because there's plenty of projects that do appeal to me. And often I've run out of investment capital when I find them. So trying to be a bit more selective with what I get into. Cool. Well, I'm going to check out before I get on a massive rant and go for too long again, so I already have. Thanks for joining in. To all the newbies, thanks for coming. I noticed there's no dislikes. I did ask for dislikes, but it's all good. Thanks to the newbies for joining in the convo today. To all our regular investment crew, you guys pretty much make the show. Without your back and forth, I'd really struggle to fill out now. So thanks very much for joining in again. We'll catch you all tomorrow for another crypto conversation. And when Fish finds his way over here, he will be out. Catch you later. See ya.